Now, this is the audio board, and the audio operator is responsible for controlling what everyone hears in the course of the show. And don't be worried about all of the buttons you see. I know they can be frightening. You don't really have to push or turn any of these knobs. You are just really should be concerned with just a couple of the buttons. The buttons you should be concerned with are the mic 1, mic 2, the clips 1, clips 2, and the VTB. And really, that's all. We do not make use of 3 anchors, it's just 2 anchors. So mic 1, mic 2, clips 1, clips 2, and the VTB. Now, the mic 1 and mic 2 is for the first and second anchor. So the first anchor is mic 1, the second anchor is mic 2. Then we have the clips 1, which is usually the stingers. That's where the stingers are. You know, the clip you would see just after the opening. And then the clips 2 is where the views, the packages, and every other video file really goes into. And then the VTB is for the open and close. Now, how do you run this? Basically, all you need to do, or all you need to be concerned with, is the mic 1, mic 2, clips 1, clips 2, and VTB. The way the show goes is it starts with an opening, the open and close scene, or the open and close footage. The opening is on the VTB, and that's how we start the show. So you hear the director say something like roll open. After the countdown, you hear roll open. First of all, your 2 hands should be on the board. Your left hand should be close to the first and second mic, and your right hand should be close to the clips 1, clips 2, and the VTB, as you can see on the video. When the show opens and the director says roll open, you start with the VTB. You take it up, not to the end, just closer to the end. And the opening rolls. And just when the opening is about to come to an end, you are meant to take the 2 mics on, so we could hear the anchors start reading. So basically what happens is roll open, you're rolling the open, and as soon as it's about to come to an end, you're rolling the mics on. Sometimes we would have stingers, and I suspect we might have stingers a lot. So what you can do in that case is, when you roll your open, make sure the clips 1 is up. Yeah, make sure it's up. Okay, because that's just meant for the stingers. So when you are opening the VTB for the open footage, and it's about to come to an end, you are taking this up for the mics as well, because as the stinger goes on, the anchors are reading. So the VTB comes down simultaneously as the first and second mic goes on. So watch this again. Everything is down, and the director counts down and rolls open. The VTB comes on. As the VTB is coming down, just about when pardon me. So first of all, once again, you have to put on the clips 1, because that's where the stinger goes. So it has to be on. Just leave it on, whether anything happens or not. And when you hear the director counts down and says roll open, you're meant to open this VTB for the opening scene to come on. Just when the opening scene is about to come to an end, you're opening the mics as well. So as the stinger is playing, the anchors are reading. You get that? Now, as the show goes on, you have to take the clips 2 up, because that's where the VOs and the packages are going to be taken. All right? Don't forget, there's nothing else on the clips 1. It's just the stinger. So the stinger goes on, and that's it. Nothing comes on that channel. So it's the next channel you should be concerned with is the Clips 2, where the VOs and the packages come on. When the Clips 2, when the packages are done, you really can actually just leave it up. But sometimes we always advise when the packages are done, you can take it down. But you have to be paying attention to the show as the show goes on. So you know when to take it down. And basically, you should have a rundown with you so you know when the show is coming to an end and when you have packages and when you have views and when you don't have views. Now, at the end of the show, you get ready to turn on the VTB. Well, just the same thing you did at the beginning, but this time you are reversing it. So as the VTB is going on for the thanks for watching, I am, whatever their names are, you turn the VTB on and you bring down their mics just immediately as they are done mentioning thanks for watching. And the show comes to an end. So I'm going to start from beginning and watch one more time so you understand it better. Your two fingers on the mic 1 and mic 2, and your right hands on the VTB and close to the Clips 1 and Clips 2. Just as an advice, leave the Clips 1 up because that's the stinger. And nothing else goes in there, just the stingers. And now when the director counts down, 10, 9, 8, down to 1 and you hear roll open, you turn on your VTB because that's the opening. As the VTB is about to come to an end, you are taking the mics of the anchors up. So as the stinger is playing, the anchors are beginning to read. The other things that are meant to like move from the package to the anchors are meant for the technical director. That's not really the business of the audio operator. Your job is to make sure that whatever comes on, you are ready for them. Finally, we advise that while the anchors are reading and a package is going on, it's advisable to mute their mic so whatever they are saying doesn't get into the package. So sometimes you've taken the Clips 2 on and the package is ongoing. It's advisable to turn on or mute their mics while the package is ongoing and get ready to unmute it so they can continue reading. So as the audio operator, you have to be active listening to the show as it goes along. Now at the end of the show, and that's for Florida Focus for today. Thanks for watching. As your VTB is going up, the mics of the anchors are coming down. And when that happens, the show is over. We are basically fades to black. Or sometimes the director could ask you to turn down or close your VTB. So two things: make sure you're paying attention to the script and pay attention to the director. The director could sometimes tell you, open the Clips 2 or open the Clips 1. So you have to open it. It tells you to mute the mics of the anchor. This is how you mute it. There are two buttons here. Follow me. There are two buttons here. Those two buttons are meant to mute the first and the second mic. If it doesn't tell you to mute it, you don't have to mute it. But don't forget, you have to understand the flow of the show. So as the show goes on, you're moving the right button. So those are the buttons you really have to move as often as anything. The first, second mic, and the VTB. The VTB at the beginning and at the end of every show.